Всем привет, с вами Саша Лампочкин, рад приветствовать вас у себя на канале. Сегодня мы с вами посмотрим стрим, который подготовили разработчики Genshin Impact по будущей версии, потому что там нам заявочку на нод-край уже полноценно сделают, и я предлагаю нам без лишних отступлений начать смотреть это.
滅びの災いと呼ぶにふさわしいわ。終わりなき苦痛と消えることのない呪い。
Рамин, ты чё, куда идешь? Или ты стоишь?
そして救世主の誕生。
Видимо, это злая Люмин.
ついに役目を果たしたの。アビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。
宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前がテンアットに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか？
この数ヶ月の間で42の星が消えた。何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。
災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。
彼女の存在を無視し続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
すぐそこに。
Оставлю без комментариев.
お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら、私が代わりに調べるしかない。
Ой, ну СКИРК, здравствуйте, моя хорошая, здравствуйте.
無に着せ。
Надеюсь, мне хватит круток на эту прекрасную женщину.
レックー、星々よ、静かに眠れ。
Очаровательно.
はじめまして、私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で風神バルバトスの伝道師です。
Ой, мальчик, который меня обманул. Как только появился, обманул сразу.
面白くなってきた。
Те, кто знают, те знают, о чем я.
風神様のお告げです。
私の夜はここで終わる。だがお前の旅はまだまだ続く。
お前は私の師匠、極悪鬼スルトロッチを知っているのだろう。
Знаком? Где-то был?
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。
Ну, здравствуйте, здравствуйте.
お兄ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。でも
Какая красивая девочка, слушайте.
止めてみせる。
よくやったスカーク。今回も生き残れたか。今もなお運命の食器は動いているのか。
なぜお前が鈍性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
Просто что происходит?
経緯など当の昔に消え去った。貴様の傲慢さと邪悪さに気づいた時にな。
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を逃すわけにはいかないから。
いずれ本物の宇宙に帰るだろう。
Реальная вселенная?
二人の新たな始まりが待ってる。
А это нереальная вселенная. Или что? Или как? Столько вопросов и так мало ответов. Какая-то музыка вообще, не знаю, прям да.
Hello, travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.7 special program. I am Aileen Mythen, the voice of Dahlia, and hosting with me today we have...
Hey everyone, I'm Kat Pratano, rhymes with Capitano, the voice of Child's Master, Skirk.
And I'm Katiana Sarkissian, the voice of the Pyro Archon herself, Malika.
Yeah, well,
Katiana
after seeing that
Sarkissian.
trailer, this version
Здравствуйте.
seems absolutely stacked. We're getting the next installment of the Twins quest in this version. Wow, 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 wow. Yippee!
Как будто бы
And let's not
чуть-чуть.
forget, Skirk is finally
Ладно.
here, you guys. Yup. I cannot wait to see how all these stories unfold.
Her first appearance left quite the impression, didn't it? So
Я
mysterious.
себе
Yeah,
тише
I
сделаю,
mean,
не могу.
I'm pretty sure that interaction left us all with far more questions than answers.
Yeah, I mean, she did give us a few clues about herself, though. Remember? In the primordial sea at the end of the Fontaine
Да,
Archon
этот
quest?
момент породил
Right.
много мемов.
Something
Это я
about the
прекрасно
remains
помню.
of a descender, the foul, the visionary. I feel like I still don't know what any of it means, though.
I mean, that's fair. So far, all we know about her past is that she trained under the foul Certology.
So, Certology isn't just some ordinary mentor.
Oh, definitely not. Dainsliff revealed that Certology is one of the 5 sinners of Conria and someone who possesses all-encompassing power. Imagine training under someone like that. No walk in the park, let me tell you.
Well, maybe that explains how aloof and indifferent Skirk seems to be. Seriously, though, her demeanor is stone cold in a way that's almost otherworldly or something.
Yeah, it's kind of cold as ice, right? Right? But I mean, you know, the important thing is, this time we should be able to get some answers, right?
Oh, I hope so. Yes, please. I am dying to learn more about her past.
Okay, then be sure to check out her story quest where the Traveler and Skirk's paths will cross once again. Travelers will have the chance to
Получается, он
uncover
будет и
new clues
основной
about her
сюжет,
past and the
и
world of
еще ее
Tibet as a
конкретный
whole,
сюжет
so
будет.
don't miss out.
Ну,
So
Неплохо.
Leoa is where we run into Skirk this time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's kind of weird seeing her out and about like this, isn't it?
Просто
In such a
сидит
normal
такая.
location.
Right?
it's okay, it's okay.
Wait, hold on a second. Is Skirk playing an instrument?
Oh?
I mean, in my mind, she's like this, you know, ice queen, but here she actually looks emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, there's almost a sadness there.
Oh, yeah. It seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that
Ой,
instrument
я
means a
господи,
lot to her.
ну,
Oh,
это
you don't
звучит
even know.
ужасно.
It sure does. As for why she chooses to play it alone in a place like this, well, that's something travelers can uncover for themselves. What I can reveal is, after encountering a mysterious power in this quest, the traveler starts having strange nightmares, and it seems like Skirk is the only one who can help. Which means the only way to resolve the situation is for the two to work together.
Okay, Slay, so we're teaming up with Skirk, huh? Okay, but like, am I the only one who's a little intimidated?
What? Intimidated by Skirk?
Just a little.
She's only a mysterious sword master with insane fighting skills and an unbreakable stone-cold exterior. Seriously though, with their ability to wield various elements and their abyssal purification powers, I think the Traveler can hold their own.
Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, now I'm curious
На
how
моем
she
лице
got that
максимально
strong. I mean,
читывается
okay,
скепсис.
she reined
Вот-
in her
вот эти-
master's
вот
pet,
этими
the
переигрываниями.
all-devouring
Не терпеть
narwhal,
такое
like
не
it
могу.
was nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've only seen a fraction of what she can do.
True, and just like the truth about her past, that's a question travelers will need to answer for themselves in game, so get ready to play. But considering Skirk and the Traveler will need to fight side by side, let's take a closer look at what she can do in combat.
Прекрасная
I'll
женщина.
only demonstrate this once.
Annihilate.
Merciless.
Another star goes out.
Не ульта, конечно, что-то с чем-то.
As Child's Master and someone capable of training in the Abyss, Skirk's combat skills are truly something special. First, it's worth pointing out, Skirk doesn't use a vision. Her powers come from the Abyss, but in the interest of blending in, she camouflages it to appear cryo-like in nature. And in
Прикольно.
addition, Skirk's attacks do not rely on elemental energy. She uses a special kind of energy known as Serpent Subtlety instead. And when you tap her elemental skill, Skirk gains a certain amount of energy and enters a special combat state, signaled by her change in outfit, which is very cute, might I add. While in this state, Skirk's normal, charged, and plunging attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden. This state also increases her resistance to interruption and attack AoE. And when cryo-related reactions are triggered, multiple void rifts will appear on the field. СКИРК can use her charged attack or her special elemental burst to absorb the void rifts. And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Aw, heck yeah. So it's kind of like the more she fights, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental skill is another option. When there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow СКИРК to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time, or take out when you need a sudden burst of damage.
Pairing her with Hydro and Cryo characters also further enhances her abilities. And if your team is comprised entirely of Hydro and Cryo characters, your party member's elemental skill level will be increased by 1.
Whoa, so she like enhances her party members' skills
Нужны
too.
чисто ГИТАРЕ и КРИО.
Once a mentor,
Понял,
always a
понял.
mentor, I
Oh
guess.
yeah.
It sounds like Tartaglia had a great teacher.
Oh, he sure did.
And I love the look of her camouflaged abyssal powers.
Right.
The special effects are incredible.
Right? And when she enters her special combat state, her outfit changes too. Okay, slay. It looks a lot more suited for battle, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. So it seems like travelers can approach combat in 2 ways then. You can use her special combat state to dish out damage with cryo-infused attacks and heighten this damage by absorbing void rifts with her special elemental burst. Or, after other Hydro and Cryo party members have generated void rifts, you can take to the field to quickly absorb them and build up energy to unleash powerful slashes with her normal elemental burst.
Yeah, both seem really, really useful. And since Cryo and Hydro characters
посмотрим,
enhance skirt
посмотрим.
skills, there are tons of team comp possibilities here.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, hey, speaking of, what about Dahlia? He's a Hydro character, right? Sounds like he could be a good fit for СКИРК.
Oh, I think you're onto something here.
Я
We
еще
got to know
предыдущий
him
с
a
ними
bit
не
during the
прошел.
Mondstadt interlude. He's so refined, but also kind of mischievous at the same time.
Сказка на ночь.
One thing we haven't seen, though, is what he can do in combat. Want to give us the scoop, Aileen?
You got it. You are in for a treat.
Let's go.
Let's go!
This should be fun! Hey!
Да хватит ты уже отряхиваться. Все, постоянно отряхивается. Только дело, что отряхивается. Ну и молится немножечко.
Okay, so Dahlia is a Hydro Sword user and support character who can use his elemental burst to provide a Hydro shield for his teammates.
Oh, it's like the shield
Ладно,
appears
это
in
ты.
response to his prayer.
Yes, and for a certain period of time, after unleashing his elemental burst, Dahlia can gain stacks of benison by hitting enemies with normal attacks or triggering freeze reactions. So when his shield breaks, Dahlia can consume his stacks of benison to summon it again, allowing him to continuously protect his party members and to increase their resistance to interruption.
Heck yeah.
And after unlocking a specific talent,
Тебе не 5 лет, ты
Dahlia can
старый
also
дед. Чё
boost
ты
the attack
обманываешь?
speed of the on-field character,
Я тоже
allowing
старый
them
дед.
dish out damage
никого не
even
обманываю.
faster.
Oh, nice. So he can help us attack without interruption and increase our attack speed? Sounds like a huge help.
And with his elemental skill, Dahlia summons Sacramental Shower and places it in a designated location. His summon has different effects depending on who comes into contact with it. So, for example, if it's an enemy, Sacramental Shower will explode, dealing AoE Hydro damage to surrounding enemies. But if a nearby party member comes into contact
Ну,
with it,
вроде
Sacramental
прикольно.
Shower will propel them high into the air,
Ну, если
allowing
выпадет,
them to
прикольно
evade
будет.
enemy attacks
Ну,
while gaining an
правда,
aerial advantage.
кто будет его прокачивать?
Okay.
Let's go.
So he's like really reliable
Не.
in combat, even though he
Мне будет
seems kind
слишком
of
лень, мне кажется.
mischievous the rest of the time.
No, really.
Yes, he definitely does. He has his little mischievous thing going on. I still remember all his teasing towards Venti during the Mondstadt interlude.
Oh.
But at the same time, he's also supposed to be the one who communicates with the will of Barbados, right? I'm not sure
Ну
what
да,
to make of
проповедник,
their
которому
dynamic.
вообще изично такой.
Well, I guess
Так.
first and
Спасибо, дорогие операторы, за бесценные подарки абонентам.
foremost, he's ventured
Такой, чё Вентим передать? Беспробудно пить, молиться и любить прекрасно, хорошо передам это все. Вот проводник воли Барбатоса.
his friend, right? But even though he likes to tease, he's serious about his position as the
Да
herald
капец.
of Barbados.
Еще бы заплатили.
Oh, one more thing about his abilities. When Dahlia is in your party, the movement speed of your party members is increased during the day.
О, прикольно.
All the better to spread the word of Barbados.
Ну, такая
Praise
пассивная
Barbados,
штучка, но
right?
тоже прикольная.
Is that how that works? Well, anyway, it's obvious he really cares about the people of Mondstadt.
Yeah.
Exactly, he definitely does.
Будешь его
Besides,
все
his
пытаться
mischievous
выбить?
nature keeps
Нет?
things a little bit interesting, don't you think? It's one of my favorite things about him.
Aww. Well, now that we've introduced our 2 new characters for version 5.7, we should probably let travelers know when they can add them to their parties.
Can do. Let's jump right into the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.7, we'll have event wishes for SKIRK and Shenhe.
Dahlia will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half banners. Plus, the new 5-star sword, Azure Light, will be featured on the weapon banner.
Yes! And
Ну,
in
на
the second
русскую я
half of
даже не
version
рассчитываю.
5.7, we'll have returning event wishes for Mawika and Emily.
Yippee! Pretty fire!
Alright, that's it for the event wishes. Let's talk about the story
нет
content
потребности
travelers
в
can
нем,
look
ну
forward
ладненько.
to in the new
Ну, чисто для
version.
коллекции.
Ooh, okay. This is the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's set the scene. During their travels, the traveler comes across evidence that seems to suggest their sibling was in Natlan.
Oh, wait up. I see Dainsleif. As we all know, that means things are about to get complicated.
Yup, very true.
I love
Сколько лет
Dainsley.
уже люди ждут
From this
игрового
image,
Денслейва?
it looks like the sky
Много.
has been slashed in two, and there's some kind of rift that connects to the abyss. And the traveler and their sibling are in different spaces, but they can still sense each other's presence.
Yes, I feel like the tension is palpable.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, there was definitely some tension when we saw our sibling during the bedtime story quest.
Oh, yeah.
Although, we don't know what our sibling has been up to since then. Kari Bear did tell us that the Loom of Fate has been completed. Of course, we still don't know how powerful it is, or what's needed to activate it.
Well, call me crazy, but I feel like we're gonna find out soon.
Maybe.
It seems like all parties are converging in one place, Natlan. So maybe that's where we can get some answers.
And I know one thing travelers will encounter in Natlan. A young woman dressed in peculiar clothing, hiding out in a cave.
It's not just her
Господи,
clothing that's
какая она
special, though.
безумно красивая,
Look
я
at
не
her
могу
eyes.
с нее. Какая
Wait,
красавица.
is she...
The plot, it thickens.
Yeah.
Well, if the Abyss
Правда,
Order
реально,
is
что она
out in
что
full
она тут
force in
делает,
Natlan,
с учетом того,
it
что она из
must mean
нод-края.
there's been a new development in our siblings' grand plan.
Yup, and
Я
the
ж
Pyro
правильно понимаю,
Archon
что
and
она
our
оттуда.
other friends from Natlan are on high alert.
И у
But the
нее
people of
глаза
Natlan
Элизия,
want a war
хватит,
against the Abyss
остановись.
itself. There's no universe where the Abyss Order gets to run wild in Natlan unchecked.
Well, if an altercation with the Abyss Order is in the cards, I know who's gonna be on the front lines. Twilight Sword himself, of course.
I mean, I can see it now. Dainsleif going all one-man army and rushing straight into action.
We actually will get to see it this time because our old friend Dainsleif is
О,
going to help
прикольно.
us defeat their
Он
ranks in
немножко
a
с нами
manner we've
посражается
never
даже.
seen before.
Okay, okay.
Стоп, что?
This is not a drill, everyone. We finally get to see him in action.
Let's go!
Он в отряде? Прикол. Ну
As
ладно.
the
Я
traveler
так
and
понимаю, это
Dainsleif
просто типа
venture deep
прожимная
into
история.
Abyss Order territory, we'll get to see
Ну,
his
выглядит
special
прикольно.
abilities
Мы наконец-то видим
firsthand.
в бою, хоть как-то.
Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of obstacles
Ну, хоть
between us
что-то.
and finding out the deal with our siblings.
Мы это заслужили.
But we faced the Abyss Order before. We can do this. I have no doubt travelers will come out on top.
Oh yeah.
I guess, but the other question is, can we stop whatever our sibling is planning? What are their true goals? What does their plan mean for Teyvat? this quest might hold some very important answers.
I am so excited. I feel like this could be the start of a whole new phase in the quest to find our sibling.
Yes.
Мы уже забыли,
Seems like it's
зачем
not
мы
as
вообще
simple
ищем
as
близнеца,
just
с учетом того,
finding
как
them
мы его
anymore.
спешим,
There's a lot more at
бежим
stake.
искать.
Oh, for sure. So this is definitely one to look forward to. All right. I think this is a good place to stop and take our first break.
Yeah, I need a sec to digest all that information.
Ooh, sounds good. Take a look at the second redemption code, travelers. We'll see you on the other side.
All right, welcome back, travelers. Now that we've introduced the new characters and quests, it's time to jump into the version 5.7 events.
Ой, вспомнил, очень скучный
First
ивент
up on the
будет.
docket is an event that takes us back to Sumeru, where the Academia has developed a simulated adventure game.
Ooh.
Travelers will need to select various companion pieces to form teams and enhance their skills as they face off against various opponents in a board game style environment.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a choose your own
Не,
adventure. You
анимационно
can go
выглядит
the
прикольно.
rainforest route
Менюшка
or the
выглядит
desert
миленько
route.
очень.
Each path has its own story and level of difficulty. And at the end of each adventure, travelers will face formidable opponents that require a certain level of strength to defeat.
Oh, so how do we make sure we're ready?
Well, travelers can enhance the strength of their pieces in several ways. Besides enhancing the pieces themselves, travelers might notice that the pieces are divided into species. Go to battle with a lot of pieces of the same species, and you can trigger unique species features. The higher the feature level, the stronger your pieces become.
Yeah. I'm thinking an all-Saurian team could be cool.
Господи,
and it
я
looks like
понимаю,
you
их
can also assign
заставляют.
equipment to your pieces to make them stronger.
Yeah, that's right. And
Но это
random events and
очередной
encounters will occur
унылый
during the
ивент.
adventure,
Вот
which
честно
travelers can
скажу.
resolve to earn helpful rewards.
Нынешний ивент это
Like
просто
extra adventure coins, which
глаза так и
travelers can use in the
закатывались.
shop to purchase pieces to improve their lineup. Travelers can also open chests to get all kinds of useful equipment. Plus, defeating formidable opponents along the route will allow you to unlock secret techniques that can help increase the strength of your entire team.
Ooh. Of course, certain encounters can also derail your plans.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, so there are also situations where it all comes down to luck.
Yeah, so I think travelers will have a lot of fun dealing with the unexpected in this event.
It's a real test of tactical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's more to this event than just the battle stages.
Oh.
Travelers can also participate in research stages that involve guiding Paimon to harvest fruit. Complete these stages to increase your speculation level and unlock additional buffs for your team.
So we actually get to put Paimon to work.
Finally.
Yup, and of course, completing this event will reward travelers with all sorts of goodies, including Primo Gems and the chance to invite Sethos to their parties.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. In this next event, an old friend and genius inventor from Fontaine is back and better than ever with a new and improved turret.
Let me guess, he needs us to clear out monsters in an abandoned ruin again?
Yeah, that's right. But this time, travelers will face more formidable enemies than just slimes.
Whoa, that Somatril can give shields to its allies.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ой,
but
даже
don't worry.
помню.
With this new and
Ну,
improved turret, we can use several new kinds of cannonballs to help clear
чисто
out our opponents.
поразвлечься немножечко.
Nice.
For example, grape shots split into smaller bullets when fired are good for taking out multiple enemies at once. And directed piercing shots can be used to take down shields or target enemies hiding in the corner.
Oh.
Sounds like the type of event where you can really just let loose and relieve some stress.
Oh, definitely. But strategic ammunition choices will help you clear out the battlefield even faster.
So far, we've introduced events you have to tackle solo, but this next event gives travelers the chance to work as a team. In Reminiscent Regimen Frenzy, travelers will get to team up with other players to tackle challenges made up of 3 stages, each with unique objectives.
Ooh, it'll be cool seeing what characters everyone chooses. Could make for some interesting team comps.
Well, there's a theme associated with each challenge, so your best bet is to choose a character whose skills are suited to the objective. But of course, every character has their strength. Each stage also has smaller objectives that require teams to work together and combine their skills. Completing these submissions can grant buffs to your own entire team.
Nice.
And in addition, at the beginning of each challenge, your team will be assigned random regiments to complete. Once you make it through the final stage, your team will receive additional frenzy stars based on your regiment completion status.
Yep, and remember, regiments benefit the entire team. It doesn't matter who completes them.
Мне кажется, самый простой способ не будет это ребята, кто смотрит
in theory,
с
you
вами
could
это все проходить за
coast to the
раз.
finish line if you needed to.
Устроить специальный такой игровую историю чисто с вами,
In theory.
чем полагаться на каких-то
But I
непонятных
think all
товарищей.
travelers have something to contribute.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's about how you work together. That's the joy of co-op.
I feel like co-op is its own kind of motivation too. No one wants to let the team down.
For sure. And this time, teamwork is more important than ever. Because in this iteration of the event, dire difficulty is even more challenging.
Ooh, that means whether it comes to character selection or combat strategy, coordination is more important than ever.
Good luck, travelers. Should be a fun one. All right, now I'm very excited to announce a new permanent event called Stygian
О, это вот
Onslaught.
как раз-таки
In
новая
this
бездна.
event, travelers will be able to farm artifacts more freely and efficiently, as well as obtain artifact customization items for free.
For free?
For free.
A new permanent event. Okay, we need details now.
All right, each update will feature a challenge that is split into 3 phases, each featuring unique mechanics with 5 difficulty levels to choose from.
Ooh.
Participation in the event will reward travelers with primo gems, artifacts, and valuable items for targeted artifact enhancement.
Okay, so you said we'll be able to farm artifacts more freely? What does that mean exactly?
It means the artifact drops aren't set in stone, and you can switch where they come from.
О,
For the
прикольно.
first 10 days after the event begins, the leyline disturbance will be in outbreak state. During this period, travelers who clear any stage at level 3 difficulty or higher can expend any kind of resin to obtain artifacts from the leyline blossom at the end of the stage. And before the stage begins, travelers will get to choose which domain of blessing they want the artifact drops to come from.
Right, so travelers can also tackle the stages in co-op, right? So you can still
Вот,
farm
как
with
раз о
friends.
чем и
Yes,
говорилось, что
and
теперь
you'll be
можно
rewarded with
быть...
additional artifacts
Ура, у
every
нас
time you
теперь есть
consume a
бездна,
certain amount of
которую можно
resin.
проходить
Okay,
вместе.
the amount
Ура!
of hours I'm
Я
about
знаю,
to pour
кого
into
я
this
буду
thing.
звать на
Lock
все.
me in and throw away the
Алиночка,
key,
про тебя
honestly.
эта речь, моя
Oh my
хорошая.
god, you make it sound like you're in prison. Anyway, you also mentioned something about targeted artifact enhancement, Katiana. What's that about?
Yeah, right. So version 5.7 is introducing a new artifact-related item, Dust of Enlightenment.
Ooh. What is it?
Well, we all know what it's like to raise an artifact that has potential, only for it to turn out kind of less than ideal.
Yeah.
So this item is designed to help with that. So, Artifact 101, right? We all know every 4 levels, a random substat gets enhanced as you raise an artifact to level 20. But it doesn't always turn out the way you want.
Yeah.
So this item allows you to re-roll the substat enhancements of a level 20 artifact.
Yo, wait, really?
Yeah.
Before each reroll, you get to specify the types of substats you want to prioritize. After the result is revealed, you can choose to either keep the original substat configuration or accept the new one.
Oh my god, it's like being able to resurrect an artifact from the grave. Like, we really needed this.
Yeah, really powerful, right? Starting in 5.7, travelers who participate in the new permanent event Stygian Onslaught will be able to obtain a total of 3 Dusts of Enlightenment per version for free. And the Gnostic Hymn and Gnostic Chorus rewards will feature 1 each.
Oh.
Plus, during version 5.7, travelers will be able to claim 2 Dusts of Enlightenment directly from their in-game mailbox after logging into Genshin Impact.
Yes.
Okay, let's just pause to take that in for a sec. Oh, but I do have a question. So, according to the devs, the rewards for clearing the level 5 difficulty in the new permanent event can only be obtained by completing it solo. But what if that level of difficulty is a bit much for some people?
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I'll hard carry you.
Whoa.
Well, I will come in and the strongest travelers in Tevat will come in to help us out. Specifically, we're talking about travelers who have cleared an even higher level of difficulty. The characters used to complete complete those battles become exalted ones. Then, when attempting a level 1 through 5 difficulty challenge, other travelers can receive extra buffs by including exalted ones in their lineup.
Oh, cool. So travelers can help each other even outside of co-op. I like that.
Блин,
And I
вообще не
need
помню
that.
этого босса.
Wait, hold on.
Прикольно.
You mentioned an even higher level of difficulty just now. I thought level 5 was the highest.
Yeah, well, clearing level 5 solo unlocks a secret level of difficulty. Level 6. Dire difficulty.
Oh, no.
Once you reach level 6, it's dire straits. There are no companions to turn to for comfort, no promise of primo gems to drive you forward.
What?
Just formidable enemies and an unrelenting desire to prove yourself.
Это просто из разряда абсолютно бредовой истории. Тебе за это ничего не дадут.
So you're
Ну,
telling
типа,
me
попробуй
travelers really
себя.
don't get anything in return for accomplishing something like that?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see now, won't we?
What? I can't wait.
All right, that's it for Stygian Onslaught. Just a reminder, the outbreak period begins the second Wednesday after a version update, or 8 days into the new version. So don't forget to gather your friends and get farming when the time comes. All right, time to lock in. Travelers might also be excited to hear that the next installment of the Traveler's Tales is coming in version
О,
5.7.
ура, история
Okay,
путешествий
Slay.
снова будут.
Last time was so much
Наконец-таки с
fun.
Невелетом
We got
что-то
to
будет,
reunite with
ура.
so many old friends and make a lot of great new memories.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at some of the encounters in store for us this time around?
Yes.
Whoa, hang
Yeah.
on a sec. So Tom was back in Mondstadt,
Oh.
and he's drinking with Kaya at the Angel's Share?
Huh. I never thought about it before, but
Мне
now
очень
that I see
понравилось,
it,
проходил когда
yeah,
предыдущий,
I
и
feel
честно,
like they
искренне
totally make
ржал
great drinking buddies.
с да,
Oh, I love
Тома
him.
дома,
Looks like he's got quite the posse around him.
Oh, it's so
семьей
cute.
и,
I
да,
want to know
и
what they're
Шаньхай.
talking
Просто
about.
меня в такой разрыв
And it
и
looks like Dory's
уносило
and
с их
Inazuma.
сюжета.
Is she trying to sell something to Sayu?
Oh, of course.
Oh no, someone save Sayu. She's too innocent for Dory's schemes.
Honestly, though, a crafty merchant like Dory could show up anywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised. I bet we even run into her and nod-crai at some point.
Ooh, I wonder how many other friends will show up this time.
From what I've heard, it's quite a few. So keep a lookout while exploring the open world, travelers.
Ooh.
Being able to run into characters in the open world is such a nice addition. I wish it was part of every version.
Right? I know. It really makes the open world feel more alive and interactive.
Yeah, and luckily the devs feel the same way. The devs have said that making Traveler's Tales a permanent event is in the works.
Не,
So
если они так
travelers can
сделают,
look
то
forward to
реально будет
that
классно,
sometime
что
in
в
the
каждом
future.
обновлении будет возможность знать, кто как
Finally,
живет, что у
Overflowing
него там
Abundance is
происходит.
returning at the end of version 5.7. Travelers can look forward to double the talent and weapon ascension material drops, so don't miss out.
In addition, new Envisaged Echoes challenges will be
Я так,
added in
кстати, не
version
смог пройти этот на
5.7.
кацуху,
for the
хотел
Raiden Shogun
эту
in
штуку
Shenhe.
получить.
Oh, Shenhe's Echo is
Я не
so
смог пройти
cool.
третью
I see
часть. Я,
sigils and
наверное,
pops
минут
of
40
red in there.
пытался.
Okay, girl, very
Но третье
fitting.
испытание я так и
And
не
the
прошел.
Raiden Shoguns like petals floating in the wind. The purple matches so well.
Очень геморройное
Yep, so
задание,
if you want
честно.
to claim them, make sure your characters are ready. Travelers can also look forward to some Genius Invocation TCG updates, including new character and action cards. You can now add Mawika and, Seat Lolly and Chaska to your decks.
Don't miss out, Genius Invocation fans. All right, that brings us to the system optimizations that travelers can look forward to in the new version.
First up is an improved resource management feature for mobile players.
Oh.
Simply put, it's a practical update designed to reduce the package size of the
Господи,
mobile
сколько лет
version.
прошло?
Dude,
Они
nice.
наконец-таки
I
это
feel like our
сделали.
phones will thank us.
After the 5.7 update, travelers will receive a pop-up notification after opening Genshin Impact on mobile, asking them to choose from different resource plans.
Okay.
Under the basic plan, the system will retain the necessary
Как бы 20
resources
гигов
for
еще
daily
можно как-то
gameplay
найти.
and optimize the resource usage for some Archon quests, story quests, and hangout events.
Okay, so that means clearing out some old quest resources to save storage space, right? But what about players whose progress is a bit all over the place? How does that work?
Don't worry, the dev team has accounted for that. The system will provide different guidance and solutions based on account progress and quest status to ensure that travelers still have a smooth gaming experience. And when you need to start an Archon quest, story quest, or hangout event that isn't enabled, the system will download the required resources as needed.
Oh, slay.
Yup. So travelers who haven't updated the mobile version in a long time
Ну вот
might be
эти
able to
штуки
free up quite a bit
удобнее,
of
вот
storage
правда,
space with this
намного удобнее.
optimization.
I need that.
And it sounds like a great option for cross-platform
А можно
players
еще это
who
сделать на
maybe
компе,
rely on
а?
mobile more for the small stuff.
Yeah,
Ну, чтобы
of
как
course,
место
if
не
you don't have
занимало то,
storage
что я уже
concerns,
прошел, а?
nothing has to change. You can just choose to keep all game
А то как бы,
resources
ну, игра
instead. And this
продолжает
setting can be changed
весить все
at
больше и
any time in the
больше, а
Paimon
место
menu,
как будто бы
where you
больше
can
не
choose for
становится, и я
completed
такой,
quest
а чё, а в
resources to be
смысле?
automatically cleared in future version updates.
Вот.
Or for all game resources to be updated as normal.
Oh, okay.
This should also make it easier for people to try out Genshin Impact for the first
Если
time.
это с компа тоже
For
будет, это
further
будет
details,
прекрасно.
be sure to check out the developers' discussion as well as future announcements across Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Okay.
Интересно,
And
сколько ж
you will
места у меня
now be able to
освободится,
directly use
если я так
fragile
сделаю.
resin to claim rewards from leyline blossoms and common challenge domains, like artifact and talent material domains. This also applies to the artifact drops in the new permanent event we introduced earlier.
Yes.
Fragile resin is worth 60 original resin, so that means you get triple the drops. Should save a few trips to the crafting bench, that's for sure.
Also, the Adventurer Handbook will now have guide entries for 40 resin bosses, which should be helpful if you run into a boss you're not quite sure how to crack.
And the icons will be displayed in the order the bosses were unlocked, which should make it more intuitive to navigate.
All right, let's move on to some optimizations for the Spiral Abyss. When moving to the next floor or restarting a challenge, you can now save your current party lineup or clear it with a single click.
Oh, easy.
And you can claim your challenge rewards directly after completing floor 12. If you're not satisfied with your performance, you can also restart the challenge directly from the finalization screen.
Nice. Small things here and there really add up over time.
Yeah, so hopefully these optimizations make for a better experience overall.
All right. Well, that was another long one, you guys, but it's not over yet. A mystery guest left a message for us, so let's check it out along with the third redemption code.
旅人の皆さん、こんにちは。鈴木愛理です。
Ладно, я тебя
今回
пролистывать не буду.
ゲーム原神の皆さんと一緒にお仕事をすることになりました。とても嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。私はスカークというキャラクターのアニメショートテーマソングのスターオデッセイという楽曲を歌わせていただいたんですが、この楽曲は全編英語で世界各国というか世界にこう届ける歌ということで、もう全て英語の詩なので、私にとってはこの世界に入って初めての経験でとてもドキドキしたのですが、皆さんと一緒に気持ちを共有できたらいいなと思って今からとてもワクワクしています。スカークの歴史を聞いてすごく強いけど孤独と戦いながら今日まで生きてきた、そんな強くてかっこいい女性っていうのを頭に置きながら歌を歌いましたので、その気持ちが届くと嬉しいです。この楽曲はショートフィルムと同時公開されます。
Ой, ну
皆さ
ждем
んぜ
ролик.
ひ楽しみにしていてください。ありでした。
Все, пока-пока.
OMG! An animated short for СКИРК and a song! Let's go!
So exciting.
That's so exciting! Well, you guys, that brings us to the end of our announcements for this version. That was a whirlwind.
It certainly was.
Давайте, о самом главном расскажите.
What are you all looking forward to the most? For me, I have to
So
say, although it's a little
exciting.
biased, I
Это
am
именно
clearly
оно.
excited for everybody to meet
So excited.
Dahlia.
Yes.
But you know, I'm also really excited about the new permanent content like Stygian Onslaught. How about you guys?
It's kind of hard to pick just one. I mean, I'm excited for my girl Malika in TCG,
Давайте,
but like,
покажите
I'm
нам
also
то, что мы
really
ждем,
excited to see
пожалуйста.
Nabila, my fave, in
Моя
the Traveler's
хорошая.
Tales.
Yes. Well, I'm really excited for, I might be a little biased as well. I'm really excited for СКИРК.
Who?
Wow, really? I am also so excited for Dahlia, and like
So
we've been waiting
excited.
so long for these characters, and also Dane's Lip. I'm so excited, and that animated short. Oh my gosh! And
Сколько
also,
раз
of course,
мы
the lore girlies.
слышали
We're
so
eating
excited?
so well this patch. I'm so excited for that
Раза
Twins quest.
Yes,
уже 5.
I feel like it's clear from the last few few patches that the story has really been amping up lately, and this version seems to be no exception.
Yeah, right? I mean, pretty soon we'll be in our 5th year of adventuring, if you can believe it. It feels like it was just yesterday.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it feels like we're really getting to see how a lot of elements that seemed separate at first are starting to converge.
Mm-hmm. And after what we saw in the dev team's nod-crai teaser, I'm even more excited to see how the story unfolds from here.
Right? And we hope travelers have fun doing the same.
Okay, so that's it for the Genshin Impact
stop.
version 5.7 special
А, нет.
program. Thank
Покажу.
you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Ad Astra Abyssask, travelers, and happy adventuring!
Can I get 5 big booms?
Boom! 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 Oh, wait a second. It looks like another friend from afar is rushing over to share some interesting news.
Давайте покажите. Нод-край. Нод-край. Какая музыкальная тема-то, слушайте.
Nod-crai, an ever-changing landscape of ruin, a marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once undisturbed save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name of Frost Moon, living where the silver light shines.
Прям мурашечки. Это
Others
такой
carry the
восторг.
torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades. I hear that the snow and fae still yearn for the frosts of old, while the Fatui look to the stars above, trying in vain to seize the false firmament. Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end of a long and arduous mission.
Так, стоп. Извиняюсь.
To seize the false firmament. Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end.
И это варка, я понимаю, да? Но почему он так, со спины похож на персонажа из Конкай Стар Рейл? Авантюринчик, что ты тут забыла? Не, может, конечно, кажется, а может, нет. Ой, ну здравствуйте, моя хорошая, здравствуйте, здравствуй, моя хорошая. Пожалуйста, выйди в этом. Выйди уже скорее, хочу тебя уже увидеть.
Pour me another cup of tea, if you'd be so kind. The story is about to begin.
Прикольно выглядит локация. Немножечко, чуть-чуть такой, как будто бы навевает еще фонтейн по ощущениям. Че, все? Все? А, понятно. Это понятно, это календарь дальнейших событий. Ах, понятненько, ясненько. Спасибо, пояснили. Что ж, ну, ради нескольких моментов этот стрим стоило посмотреть. В остальном, ну, как и всегда, so exciting, что у меня сводит челюсть. Ну, ладно. И что ж, будем выбивать эту прекрасную женщину. И желаю вам удачи в этом вопросе. Я на этом с вами попрощаюсь. Ах, как все-таки стримы Геншина меня помораживают. Господи, простите. Ладно. Только вот ради финала. Финал прикольный был. Ладненько. Все. Пока-пока.